Hi, this is going to be a super quick bare bones video that I'm making for two reasons. One, I promised myself that I would make at least one long form YouTube video per month, and I didn't say it'd have to be a good video every time. And two, because I've made some big realizations about myself and how I go about my creative goals that I think would be important to share just in case anyone else can find it relatable or if they need a big wake-up call like I needed. Basically, I've been struggling a lot with consistency in pretty much every aspect of my life, and I can come up with a million reasons why, but that's not necessary. The point is, what I've been doing hasn't really been serving me or just isn't serving me anymore, and so I'd like to hit the reset button on my routines and habits. So what I've decided to do is start a little 30-day challenge for myself, and I started it a couple days ago, where I commit to good habits on a daily and weekly basis and really try to hit as many of them as possible. And I have some non-negotiable ones, but also some negotiable / optional / bonus ones. But the non-negotiables are mainly related to my creative goals and projects. This is really necessary for me because I realized that I've been procrastinating on supposedly my biggest project this year, my webtoon. I have talked at length about it. I'm not gonna get super into it, but my biggest goal this year was to launch it in May for Mermaid, because it's about a mermaid, and so I thought that'd be cute. And while I've spent a lot of time thinking about it, I haven't spent a lot of time taking action on that goal. It's been so easy for me to say, oh, I gotta finish this other thing first, and it's like, do I? Or am I just sabotaging myself because I know this project is important to me, because I know how much work it's going to take, I know that it's going to be hard, I know that it's going to be flawed because it's my first webtoon, my first time really putting a big story out there. It's going to be so hard and really require so much time, so much commitment. And so I think that's why I've been unintentionally procrastinating and sabotaging myself on making progress on it. So the biggest thing I'm committing to for this little 30-day challenge that I'm doing for myself is to work on some aspect of my webtoon every single day for all 30 days, no matter what. Even if it's just like 15 to 30 minutes, any amount of time, as long as I'm doing something with it. Do I have other projects and things that I want to work on? Of course I do. I'm me. I actually just accepted my first commission in over a year, I think, because it sounded fun and challenging in a way that I think will benefit me in the long run, but that's besides the point. Working on a commission here and there, that's not something that I struggle with. What I struggle with is working on my art projects in a dedicated, focused way, making a little bit of progress over a long period of time. And this applies to my YouTube videos as well. I tend to work on all these things in huge, extended bursts of energy. And when it comes to bigger projects, if you work that way too often, too many times, you can really tire yourself out, and I would know because I've done that so much. So with this 30-day challenge, I hope that I can prove to myself that I can work on something just a little bit at a time and eventually see really big results, instead of waiting for motivation to strike and then spending so many hours on a Saturday and into the night sacrificing sleep to do as much as I possibly can on a project because it feels like it's the only way to get anything done. It's not. Slow and steady wins the race. At least that's what they say. So I'm going to spend the next month trying to see if that's true or not. It is. It probably is. Like, I'm so... Atomic Habits is a big bestseller for a reason. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. I'm genuinely sorry that this video isn't that great. I don't plan on editing much of it because, like I said, I'm gonna be focusing on my webtoon now. But similarly to my webtoon, I also want to be working regularly on whatever my upcoming YouTube video is on at least a weekly basis. Because, you know, I said I'm trying to upload one long form video a month, and I'd like them to not just be me talking to the camera at the last minute because I didn't make a plan or work on something consistently. I actually had a clear vision for what I wanted this month's video to be, but I didn't think to take any action on making that video until February was basically over. So you see the problem. So I'll be incorporating YouTube related tasks into my routines as well, and that should mean hopefully that in March you will see a video from me about how I became the designer for Arizona's first girl group. Stay tuned. I'm very excited for it. I don't expect anyone to watch this really. It's mostly for myself, but if you did, genuinely thank you so much. It really means a lot, and I feel so humbled that there are people that want to hear what I have to say. And if you'd like to hear more, I am starting a newsletter. Yes, I'm late. Yes, it was the topic of my last video. No, I haven't sent out the first one yet. You see the problem, right? But luckily it's basically done now, so I'll be sending out the first one this Sunday, March 1st. So if you want to hear updates on this 30-day challenge I'm doing for myself and updates on my webtoon as well, you can sign up for the newsletter. It'll be linked in the description, and you will receive the first one on March 1st. I pinky promise. Nails by Silmi Studios. My my nails have grown out a little bit, but they're still in pretty good shape. Look at that. Wow, 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 so shiny. She's so talented. Please support her. Please drink water, rest, take care of yourself, and I hope to see you in March with a video that has much more effort put into it. Okay, bye!